Looks like we have a treat to build today. Here we have Santa's Post Office by Lego Icons. This is set number 10339, and the set was provided by the Lego Group for early review. It does contain 1,440 pieces, which is really cool. And I always like doing these Winter Village sets. This is part of the Winter Village collection. So basically it's a post office with 5 minifigures and a hot air balloon. And here's the smaller of the 2 building guides. And yeah, so we get some various machinery and a holiday tree or Christmas tree, whatever you want to call it. And in addition, we have a wrinkled set of stickers. This box was packed tight, and this should not have came in this condition, especially with it creased like that. I had to drop it down to a 9.5, so that'll be the score. And yeah, so pretty much that's what this is. And there's 10 number bags. I don't know if I'm going to do this in 1 installment or 2, but these sets are pretty fun, so I'll probably end up getting this, well, 2 or 3 installments, but I think 2 might suffice. Alright, well, we found the most important bag. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make 2 different piles of bags here. And hoping I'm not breaking anything. Here's a 10. We don't need these right now. I'll set these. Well, I'll find a spot for them. There's no room in here anymore. I'm out of space. Literally, I'm out of space now. I just have way too many sets. And Lego hasn't even sent out their 2025 models yet. And yeah, so where's the smaller building? I did already lose that now. But for the most part, this looks like it's going to be a fun build. Okay. And alright, so it looks like I thought there was some info in the book. Welcome to the North Pole Post Office. Well, that's cool. And 1 to 2 people can build this. I like that because a group of 1 to 2 people can obviously build it, but this would be a great little family project here. I'm always looking for multi-collaborative build type sets. Alright, so now let's begin. Let's build it. Let's start with bag 1. Right now, I did find some graphical errors. Well, not errors, just more like enhancements for Building Guide 1 of the Michael Myers house. Haven't started the proofreading for Building Guide 2. So your guess is as good as mine, but I'm trying to have it up this weekend. Today is the 12th of September, 2024. So I'm trying to get that done by the 15th. If I don't, I already have a secondary project that I can put in, and I'll worry about the guy when I get back from my beach excursion. Okay, here we go. Now, I got the camera angled at a 45 degree. Hopefully this will be better. I know some of you say my arms are in the way. I noticed the camera was way down here, so we're going to try this out a bit different today. So it looks like in Building Guide number 1, it's just accessories. So we're going to have to start sorting things by color. We got the parts, well, color and part type. We got plenty of slopes and stuff like that. Oh, at least they included a brick separator. I've been seeing those missing for quite some time, so I've been kind of getting worried about that. Now, I can always use extra elf pieces, so I'm looking for those. I'm looking for the pants right now, so I'm trying to pull everything out here and sorting them in part groups. So I'm trying to pull out all the green. Now, of course, it's your Lego set. You can build it any way you want. So yeah, I've been kind of taken into, what you guys and gals have been saying about, can I make these better? Most part, you just have to take what you can get, but I'll try to improve them as much as I can. I can't make any guarantees, though. Maybe we need to use that face. Especially when he reads the naughty list of all the naughty kids out there. Especially when they're staying up late at night playing Fortnite. What am I saying? I kind of tinker with that game too. Okay, not too bad. I can always use extra elves. Remember that campground, or that Santa's, what is it, Santa's Getting Ready theme that I built? I can always use extra elves. Okay, it looks like we're building ourselves some kind of snow thing. So I don't know what it's going to be called. We'll have to wait until we're done here. And yeah, it's been like one set right after the other. I just got done. As a matter of fact, I'm still working on editing the... Oh, we got a baby seal here. I'm still working on the Fortnite sets, and I want to do something that's more my speed. This is more my speed. It's just white parts on a white table are not making this any easier. So I'm just kind of sorting things out here. Okay, that's what I need. And what was the age limit on this here? 18 plus. Well, so far I can survive this. And yeah, I need these in transparent red, but I'll take the icy snow pieces. Those are expensive through Pick-a-Brick. So if you're looking to make some kind of ice skating rink or something, they're pretty pricey. Yeah, I've been watching my views dwindle on my main channel, and I thought, well, it's time that I start breaking the news. I got to think of a video and how I'm going to do this. And I know some are not going to like it. Jay, I don't want to see your tutorials go away. They're not going away. I'm just going to be behind a paywall, more or less. Because at this point, I'm moving towards printed anyways. Well, we've seen those in some of those Harry Potter sets. That's Pearl Gold, probably going to have a sticker on it. Bet that's going to have a sticker on it because I saw that on the front of the box. And I still have not found... Oh, there it is. I was going to say, this thing's starting to hide already from me. Okay, we put the ice in there. All right. But I think you guys and gals are going to like the tutorials for next year who have access to them. I mean, of course, you could already see them now on there. I've been, in fact, since today is Thursday, I got to start releasing some new stuff for YouTube memberships for 2025. So those may be permanently parked there. I have a method for doing the speed builds, speed build edition. You're not a fan of speed builds, you're not alone. Yeah, well, that's how it is. But I'll tell you one thing, though. I wish I was here right now where it's freezing cold. Is it still in... Well, today I think they said it was going to be like 90-something degrees. But, yeah. Oh, they got the fish like that. I'm hoping you can see everything that I'm doing. I guess some people think these are tutorials. Oh, you know why I'm having an easy time seeing this? I'll show you. I noticed Lego is not using that red color. Now, I use blue, but I wouldn't use blue with blue. But this is easy to read, Lego. I could read this. Really easy. Put our little seal there. Too much white in that plate. Okay, well, here's something kind of new. We'll get to that when I get there. So we get some letter tiles. Looks like these are all printed. Looks like I see two different styles of letters. So that's even better. And yeah, basically we snap the letter here on the fishing pole. So we're fishing letters out of the ocean. So I guess somebody had lost their mail in there, huh? Or is somebody committing a crime? We don't know. And then he goes right in here. So he must be the one that's either putting them in or taking them out. And that's what it is. So there we got right there. But tell me if this angle is a bit better for you. Okay, now we got to do the mailbox. Yeah, but I think the Michael Myers house, I'm going to start classifying my builds as beginner, intermediate, and expert. I don't like using age because it's kind of, it just doesn't make any sense, especially with the build. So, you know, because somebody who's 10 years old could build one of my big, massive houses, and somebody who's 20 years old would struggle. So I'm just going to say beginner, we have a beginner, intermediate, and advanced builders, and expert builders. Really, it's how many parts I'm displaying all together, that kind of thing. I don't even know what I'm saying. My mind's already in vacation mode right now. I'm trying to wrap up some work for the day and stuff like that. And I put that on backwards, but yeah, it's fine. And then, but these holiday sets, when I first heard about it, and I thought a balloon, a Christmas balloon, I thought, well, what kind of bill would that be? Like, I don't know, but now now let's see what we're doing here. And so far the parts are all over the place. I'd say that there's a little bit of everything here. And so I think what I'm going to do is do 2 installments, but I think if I do, it's going to get pretty long. But this is a set here that I'm not going to lie to you, I kind of want to build. I got a bunch of other stuff I want to put together right now, but I'd rather build this because it's different. The stuff I'm working on right now, it's not that it's not exciting, it's just I was holding it like this. I hope you could see what I'm doing. Before the camera was like this, I'd have to put my hands way up here, but now it's right down here. Okay. I've been hoarding up a lot of these friction pins with the stud on the side. See, my hands are covering things up. I can't prevent it unless it's pointing overhead. Even when I'm building on this, because I'm sitting looking at it like this, sometimes I'm covering my own work. Put that right there. I think you can see what I'm doing. Looks like that. Okay, so it's bent this way and it goes straight up. Okay, now I gotta find the sticker sheet, and we need sticker number 1, which is our sticker number 5, my bad, which is this. Post office. The North Pole. And I'm going to put it on this here real quick, like that. And then, because I know some of you told me to do this, it makes putting them on a little easier. And now we start attaching. Now this step here, which is step 12, is going to be kind of a turd because you're going to have to do 3 stickers back to back. All right, start with sticker number 2, which is that one. And it just says workshop. So if you still got your workshop built, there you go, and you got the arrow to it. And unfortunately, that log cabin I built, I already ripped that apart. And we got sticker number 1 that goes on here, which is the clubhouse. That's the one that's really wrinkled. Hopefully it'll flatten out. I know some say I'm pretty brutal on the grading when stuff like this happens, but I don't expect Lego to ship things like that. And one of you had mentioned, why don't I just not worry about it? You know, if you're paying that kind of money, you better. And that's what we have done there. And Okay, anything else? Oh, we got to stick letters in there. I like these new style of ones. They're kind of cool to have. So I'm trying to collect up all those as much as I can. You can stick that right in there. Okay, now we're going to be building the holiday tree. Hey, there's only 10 bags. That doesn't sound like a lot, right? I think we can manage this. Hey, at least they're using green in here, I can see the outlines better. Even with my poor vision, I still can. I know a friend of mine who collects these things faithfully, so I think he's going to like this one. I don't know, I like the older style ones a bit better because it seems like you got more for your buck. But for the most part. Now, you see me build tons of presents, so obviously these are just kind of redundant. But hey. Oh, wait, oh, I thought that was a sand green or a spring green stud, but no. All right. And then we still got more gifts to build here. Now, I can tell you one thing, though. I think whoever gets this set's going to have a lot of fun putting that together, and that's what it looks like so far. Okay, now we got to start building the tree. But I'm going to set this down here now. It's asked me to build it floating. I've had experience of things like that falling off, so no. We're going to do it like this here. Well, look what happened here. Okay, did I put that gift in the wrong place? Everything's right. Oh, wait a minute. You know what I forgot to do? Silly me. There's supposed to be a plate under there. Okay. It's like, wait, what? Oops. No, I don't ding off for my mistakes. But at least it comes with a brick separator. So right now I haven't subtracted anything other than the wrinkled stickers that I was disappointed with. I'm very brutal on that. There was one set I reviewed, would have been an easy 10, except there was no brick separator provided with the build. And when you get to that point, it's like, why didn't you just include it, Lego? It would have been an easy 10 for you. You know, but they didn't do that. And I can't make them. See, am I covering up the build? No. So now we got some holiday bulbs on there. Light, you could use them as light bulbs. I think tonight we're having kebabs for dinner. So, it's in the afternoon too, so I haven't really done anything yet. Yeah, but I'm kind of excited on getting these building guides going and selling them and stuff. Ooh, stacking two plates together. I don't like doing this. These are like hard to get apart. Well, thank goodness we have the brick separator to help us. Alright, let's stick these on here. At least my arms are not covering it up. I don't think they are. And, you know, I forgot to pick up the spare pieces. I think that was one of them there. Well, they tell us to put the top of the tree on, but I'm putting it like this on here. It's easy for me to manage this way. Now, you could build your set any way you want. I could be like those other guys on YouTube that makes millions of views, have millions of subs, and tell you that my way is the correct way. It's how you want to build your set. I can't tell you. I don't know what your building strategies are. Some people spend the time, they sort every piece out. There's some like me, it just opens up a bag and just starts building. I knew somebody else who took a 2,000 piece set, opened up every bag and poured it in one big giant pile, and he was regretting it. I thought, oh, I would never have done that. But well, that was his style. He said, you just made it harder than it was. There's your star. Let's set that right on there. And that's it for bag one. That's a nice little holiday tree. So this is essentially what we have remaining, and pretty much we just did one minifigure and some accessories. Not too bad. Let's see what bag two has to offer. Now we obviously know from the building guide we have a little elf. And I never check and see how much time I've spent on this so far. I'm trying to keep them about an hour, and so far we've only been doing that for about 21, 22 minutes, so not too bad. I'd like to see if I could do 5 bags, but right now it looks like we're just building accessories. Whoops. Cease motion warning. Okay. Now, looks like this bag, look at all the colors in this. This is what I like to see Lego do, is just have colors. Okay, let's start pulling out parts in here in different colors and shapes. And so I'm looking for yellow right now. We got a hockey stick. Put this stuff over here. Yeah, but before I head out of town, I want to get this done first. Oh, okay, we got that. At least that's printed. I've been looking for more of this light royal blue. Looks like we got some of that, and 1x3 and 1x4 variants. And some of these, I've never seen this brick in that color before. So right now, what I'm doing is I'm just going to pre-sort all these until I can find the next part of the minifigure. Look, we're almost done with the sticker sheet. At least Lego is starting to lighten up on stickers, because honestly I just don't like putting that stuff on. Okay, I see the head. Alright, so it looks like we're just doing elves. So I think it's almost like every bag's going to have one minifigure, so it's not like we're going to get bored of this. There's our elf figure right there. Alrighty. Like now we're building some sort of a sleigh. Gotta love these inverted tiles. I've been collecting those up. A lot of these sets have been getting them. I think I've only bought maybe a handful of them, but yeah. My nephew only had about 4 or 5 hours of sleep, and yeah, did he take one of his cars down to get it smogged, and then they called him into work. When I heard he's very tired, I thought, well, welcome to big boy land. That's what happens when you get to be bigger and older. You got to do more chores. And try it from my end. All the bill collectors are like, money please. I'm like, I'm working. I haven't seen blue bricks before, let alone a 2x4 in these sets. All the Fortnite sets have. Matter of fact, I'm still working on the Peely Bone review right now. The build. I'm just got done with one. It's up on YouTube. I'm just uploading part 2 now. And look at all the colors in here. My goodness, like basic colors. And I'm just now getting into editing part 3. When am I going to get this done? I got like 10 days to get it done. Oh, we got an elf walking along the line. Walking the line there. Alright. Oh, they used the hockey sticks for the sleigh. That's kind of cool. Like that. I'm just going to make them even on the back. So I'm just going to shove them in first, and then I'm going to swing them into position. Make sure these are straight. There we go. And we're not done yet. And I don't think I've ever seen this piece, if I can find it here. This one in red, a dark red for that matter. I have it in bright red, but not in dark red. There you go. Okay, so he stands on the back like this. What I'm going to do when I do the tour of this, I'm not going to bother with the figures, because for me personally, I'm just going to leave them staged, and then we'll just kind of point them out. There's not that many, they're unnamed. And that's it for the sleigh. Alright, looks like we're building some kind of a machine here. Okay. And yeah, I mean, we're doing color stuff. This is colorful. Whoever's going to get this set, you're going to have a lot of fun. This is keeping my interest. I may just go ahead and probably do all the filming in one day today. That's how fun it would be. I'm looking for fun, colorful, engaging builds. I mean, who doesn't like to have a lot of color in their creations? Okay. So far, not too bad. Oh, that's a nice way to doing lights and stuff, and knobs and all sorts of stuff on there. So they use these as indicators. And I think that we're using the green because I was looking for yellow, but this is the next color. Let's see, it's hard to say what color that is there. But really, at the end of the day, these are just kind of meant for you to see if you're interested in the build. You know, something you're willing to pick up. For the most part, I've always had a lot of fun putting together Winter Village sets, so they're really good. And this one here, you can break this build down into, so far I think, like with this here, all these are isolated. That's a lot of people to build this right here. So like this is 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 items that everybody could build so far. This is number 5. So what I'm saying is that this so far is collaborative. It may not be balanced. We don't know. But what we do know is it's collaborative. It's a group build. This is something that maybe a family could sit at the dining room table at night, the dinner table, and we can all just pitch in and help build. Nice when I get my family to do that, but well, that's a whole rant in itself. I mean, look at the colors on everything. This is fun. Okay. Yes, I'm always looking for colorful builds. Okay, and after that, you're gonna, well, if you don't like Technic, I'm sorry. We gotta do it. I'm not a fan of it, but there we go. I get kind of jelly of some of those guys who do Technic builds. Like, I mean, it's like, wow, I can't do that. I really want to learn how to build with Technic more, but it's so expensive, I just don't want to mess with it. And that's what it is. This looks like this is some kind of a crank thing. And it goes in here, like that. Just push that down in there. So I guess you're supposed to go this, that kind of thing. Alrighty. I mean, at least this is a nice project to wrap up the week. before I go and have fun. So let's have a little fun before we have fun. Alright. But so far I'm pleased with the build quality. It's keeping my interest. I'm not bored with it. Really good. But we haven't started the main lodge yet. Or the post office. But I have a lot of thumbnails I need to edit today, and I would have put another one of those on the other side than this, or at least raise this up by a plate. Or made some modern pieces, Lego that are corners in there, would have been nice. Alright, and now we flip this on its side. Be careful, we may have to press down right on top of that. I think also what determines the build is how many rotations you have to rotate the build in order to build it. Okay, so we're adding extra detail at the bottom. Pretty cool, huh? I like that. That's really cool. I think it's just because it's colorful. It tells you can do this. It's got a nice, solid mechanism feel for it. And that's pretty much what it is. I think you're supposed to put your letters and packages in and you can sort them where they're supposed to go. Not too bad. Alright, now it looks like we're building a little red wagon. So far all this stuff is isolated. It is isolated. You can build with a group. I don't know how the rest of the build's going to be, but so far I'd say that except for those stickers coming in all damaged, this was been a definite 10 so far. 9.5. We haven't even dinged off. See, a lot of these accessories you can use in your own cities. So this obviously, so far all that there could be, it could pretty much be dropped in a city as is. All right. And I've already got sweat pouring off of me. It's hot here today. I think we're building a green one of these too. More like a cart you'd see like at your big box store, the home improvement store. I wish it had studs at the bottom, but now I've never seen these type of tiles. They look like little packages. Lego, please bring more of that stuff out. That's what I want to see. We'll set that in there because that's really cool. Okay, now we're going to be building a green wagon. I think it's built the same way. I wasn't too sure because you don't know. It could have been mirror, it could have been a direct clone, just a different color. I have no clue. Make sure we're still recording here. I've been kind of getting sloppy on that. Now what also I'm looking for is, are there any new type of molds, different colored parts that we have never seen before? A lot of this stuff I have seen more or less, so it's nothing special in terms of wow factor for different styles of parts, but except for that one red piece in a new color. But I haven't seen anything else yet. We got the skateboard wheels. I got a couple of decks that need some new wheels, and that's it. That's not it. Now, if you got extra one of these type of postage letters in your own collection, you can add those in there too. Okay, I forgot to put a radiator grill on this. So that's where that goes. See, I'm correcting mistakes. And by the end, here's what everything looks like. And yes, you can group this stuff together and you can hand this off to somebody to build. So far, I'd say I'm very pleased with the group build on this, and this is what we have remaining for bag 2. Alright, here we are moving with bag 3. We don't need this guide anymore. Put that over there. Now I got to find the building guide here. So we're going to be working out of this one. And let's see if there's anything new in here. Welcome to the North Pole Post Office. 1 to 2. So it looks like we're going to be collaborating on this one too. Well, we don't need to be dropping things here, Jay. Let's put these over here. Well, okay, let's put that back in the corner here. Yeah, very pleased with this. So it just jumps right in. It's like we're building the base of our post office. Okay. Something bad about paper bags, though. But they have been perforated where we can open them up. Okay, this looks more like parts that I see in everyday builds. Or if you're unlucky and you got that message board, well, maybe not. You actually got color in this bag. Okay, here we go. Let's begin. Let's build it here. I have a large tote full of 6x8 plates. I kid you not, it's like a very common size. In fact, I'm overflowing on 1x8 and 1x10 plates. 2x4 plates, I have a large tote on those. I'm overflowing on that. Round plates, not so much, but that'd be good for snowy terrain. Let's put that up here. And we'll start sorting a lot of this stuff out. I'm looking for a 1x3 plate. There we go. We need another one. Ooh, we got a 2x12 in there. Alright, some teal tiles. Oh, we got those. Those are cool to have. But if you notice, I'm just pulling things out right now. Why am I doing this? I'm sorting as I build. You want to jump in the build, just start sorting as you're building. So far, that's what we've done for step 2. All right. Yeah, I cannot wait for the heat to go away. But we're stuck with it here. Somebody asked me, would my Lego melt outside? I don't know. I don't have any Lego I can toss outside that's old. And we're still adding more to this. How big is this going to be here? They said it was around 11 inches. Let's see, what are the measurements again? It's 11 inches or 28 centimeters in width. So there's one of these buried in here. It doesn't look like it's going to be a very deep build. Boy, look how fragile this is. So keep that flat on a surface. As you can see, I'm even struggling there. That's what we've done so far. And yeah, that wedge piece is supposed to be in there. Alrighty. So far we got a mix of medium to small, medium, and large parts. Mostly medium, but that's fine. Whoops, that's not supposed to be there, but we have the tool to help us. That would have been an instant. We would have had to ding that off a half a point just because without the brick separator. Well, we didn't because the tool has been provided for us. Alright, so this goes here. No, it doesn't go there. It goes in further. Oh, okay. So that's how they're doing it. So that's why they use that wedge plate in there. Well, now we know what that's for. Yeah, but I think whoever's going to get this one, you're going to like it. This is going to be a fun one to put together. Even I'm kind of excited to just build this one. I saw it and I thought, I had another set I had to review before this one. I can't mention what it was. It's not due until later. But I got that one done first just because I wanted to build this one. And ooh, we get dark blue bricks too. Well, that's really cool. Great for mocks. I noticed they don't have the highlight. Well, they do have the green highlights, but they have red arrows. And one thing I did notice this with, except with my building guides, I use blue, which I need to lay off on too much. So they use the green highlights, but they use the red arrows. But I mean, I can still see that brick floating in the air. Whoops, looks like we're ready to fall apart there. Come on, Jay, pay attention. Put it together right. Okay. And now we don't start with that. Start with this one first. Somebody came home. I wonder how tired he is. If I wasn't building this, I'd go find out. That's when I hear him close his door. That means he wants time to himself. There we go. Place that right there. Yeah, I notice I'm looking through the viewfinder. You can see things for the most part. I'm not covering it up like this unless if I'm working in a corner. All right. Why do I worry? You know, I don't want to see anybody fail, but I can't stop that. All right, so I am looking for, okay, we need a corner tile. I already got one of those in there, and we need 3 of them. Okay, let's start putting pieces we're finding in here now. Now, if it wasn't like, if it was, this room's sitting in the 80s right now, but if it was freezing cold in here, this would make perfect sense. This is something you could build while it's cold outside. It's snowing, it's foggy. This would be a fun build for that. Instead of it being hot and miserable. Must be a large window or something that goes in there. We don't know yet. I could just look at the box and cheat, but so far that's the base, and yeah, it's kind of flimsy right now. Of course, we just started. Just like when I build my own chassis and frames, they just don't turn out very sturdy until we're done. But we'll find out how well this goes here in a bit. All right, so we don't need more 1x1s. We'll put these here. Okay, this one goes, okay, this is where it gets kind of confusing. You want to go 2 studs in like that. Because notice this thing's lined up with this corner. I had to count that. It's like, well, where does that go exactly? Is it critical? We don't know. Yes, sometimes my hand's covered up, guys. I can't. You know, when I'm putting this stuff down, like right here, I can't see it either, except for just a sliver. I can tell who's been watching Speedos where somebody puts a part in like that, they stop. They add another part in, they stop. I don't have that kind of time to invest in those type of stop motion speed builds. That would be, basically I would not have a life if I did that. No, I'm not going to do those because that would be a lot of work, and that would be something if this channel already had 1 million subs. Okay, we are done with that. So step 16 now. We need this here. Yeah, can't wait to have my seafood platter. Okay, we need to make 2 of these. Okay, I see where the other one goes. A lot of my buddies are like, man, you really do need a vacation. I'm like, yes, I do. I haven't had a vacation. I really hadn't had any serious time off when my dad got sick, so I didn't have any real time off in terms of, you know, free time. And now I am warranted for something that requires a brain reset. And put that right there. There we go. Okay. So it looks like bag 3 just does the base, because we haven't done anything else yet in terms of, you know, completing anything yet. So I don't know, we're just... Now obviously I don't think this is going to be collaborative here. So I'm assuming probably one person does bag 1 and one person does bag 2. Oh, we need 7 of those. Wow. All right, well, let's start piecing it together. So far, we've only put in 3. 3 in there. We haven't got anything done yet, so let's get going here. We got a slope that goes right here. So I guess it's to make it look like it's just fresh fallen snow in this area. In fact, I need to bring the air conditioning vent over here to make me feel like there's a blizzard going on. I was telling my family, I was like, I stand in front of this. We have a vent in the kitchen. It's really low. Just stand right in front of it. I said, man, it feels so nice. I said, I wish I could fill this stuff outside instead of artificial air. Okay, there's one more rounded piece that goes here. Okay. And I think these are some sort of a bush or a hedge. I'm not sure what these are. And these come in bright green, these nose cones. So that's pretty cool. Whoops! Dropped that off my hand. Flew right out of there. All right, let's see here. Now, some of you said, you notice I do have a slight surfer accent. Yes, sometimes it does come out. I try to prevent that. It's not good, especially during professional settings. I don't want to be like, oh, dude, what's up, bro? Yeah, I don't want to do that because it gets kind of a, you know, especially people that are older than I am, they don't like it too much. That's just how it is. Okay, now we can get started on that. You know, I need to push the camera over like that. And, whoa, don't you fall down, Mr. Booklet. Well, we found the welcome mat, the mat that you wipe your feet off. The rest of it's all studs. Alrighty. How do I know that goes there? Because I'm magical. I can see the future. Look at all that. Look at that's cool. I like this color. This and the tan go together very well. All right. So after that, we got the dark green now. Okay, let's put this together here. Something swivel obviously goes there. Okay, this tile goes in. Maybe it's a rug, like a carpet. Dark green or earth green jumper plates I don't have a whole lot of. Okay. I think that is a rug. And that finishes up bag 3. And so far, you know, this thing's a little on the flimsy side. Not too bad, but we're getting there. And that's what we have remaining. All right. Now moving on to bag 4. Now I could stop after this and break it into 3 installments, but this is a really nice set. I think the best thing to do is to just break it down into the middle and just do bags 1 through 5 in one installment and 6 through 10 in the second installment. And then what will happen is I'll just do the 360 spin. I'm going to put this on a turntable because it's got a lot of parts and accessories. Do the close-up shot and the review. Order of filming. After I get done building, I'll do the review. Then I'll do the 360 spin and then do the close-up spin. In that order. Don't try to hide from me. I caught you. Okay. Oh, look, we get to build Santa Claus. You think he'd have been first since he's the one that has to orchestrate all this stuff. All right, so let's start sorting. I got some transparent pieces. We'll set those there. Ooh, sand blue. That's a color I don't see a whole lot of anymore. We'll start setting this stuff up here. Kind of get these out of the way, especially slopes. These work good for slate. If I can get enough of those. Mix it in with the dark blue to have a nice slate roof. Okay, right now we're looking for the legs, so let's start pulling out all the red parts here. Okay. Alright, there's Santa Claus. I don't think I have the newer torso of him, so this is a nice treat to have. Okay, now we got to find the beard. Hey, at least there's not a whole lot of white pieces in here, so now it's got mostly the dark stuff. There's your head, Santa. Don't be rolling your head. I got to be nice to Santa Claus. He won't bring me any gifts. And then we're looking for the beanie cap, which reminds me I got to pack a beanie when I go to the beach so I can look more like an give me that extra skater surfer flavor. Okay. There we go. And Santa Claus is walking the line. Let's put Santa over here. See, he's walking the line now. So right now we've already done like 3 figures out of 4 bags. So Lego is just trickling these in. And yeah, we got the nasty gray hand from the void visiting us too. Okay, so right back to where we left off here. Let's start. Alright, looks like we're building a fireplace here. Transparent pieces are always fun. I wish Lego would just bring out a strict transparent set. It's just nothing but transparent pieces. But we know they won't do that, but it'd be nice if they did. All right. Okay, I need some. Here we go. Now, if you really want to make these a little easier to build, pull your parts out of the little call-outs that have the parts list. Start with that first. That would make your life a lot easier. Okay, we need this piece here. Put that there. Okay. Now we're going to continue on. We've seen these a million times. These make great hoods for stoves and ranges and stuff. And we got 2 round bricks. The only thing I noticed, though, some of this doesn't seem finished off. So I guess this is supposed to be like a really rough rock fireplace, like the hearth and stuff. So I think that's what it is. And then we have, well, I don't think I have any of these in red or dark red. Okay, that'd be a nice part to have. Is that, looking for a brown piece. Some of you have been telling me your slopes have been cracking. Yeah, mine have been cracking too. So, you're not alone. These work good for making logs. That's what they're using it for here, a little log. That's provided if I can get that in there like that and just push it down. Oh, I'll get it in there. Alright, looks just like the picture. Okay. Okay, now we got to make 2 of these things here. Yeah, we're basically messing with, I think it's a Danish toy from Denmark. So we can never say that this is made in the States, but it's really good quality, so we don't care. We kind of all get like that. Oh, it's not made in the States. Well, there's some things like even from Japan and Germany where it's like, okay, this is going to last for millions of years. This is going to outlast me. And then there's some things that I'll buy from other countries that are just you just open up the box, you pull it out, and it's already disintegrating. That's the thing. This must be little cabinets then. Or it just goes out like that. I thought maybe it's a cabinet. Alright, we got this, we got that. Okay. Right now we're building a bookshelf. I wish Lego would make these in longer form and just 1x4s. So, just imagine you sitting by your fireplace. If not, you're just sitting at the kitchen table, just building this set. You and your family. That'd be really cool. Looking for a dark green or earth green ingot tile. You put the ingot on there. Alright, like this. And then we take the other one, and we're looking for a tan piece right here. Now, why did Lego do this? To give the books different depth. Like here's a book that's not pushed in all the way. Here's one with a different type of bound. So it's got that texture. You can also use tiles to make them stick out too. Okay, this doesn't go there, it goes right here. Right in there like that. It's cozy, isn't it? We're getting cozy. Just imagine if it's freezing cold outside instead of being in the hundreds. Yeah, that'd be nice. This here. I've got a bunch of column bricks too that I don't really ever use in my builds. It goes like that. And yeah, I was thinking about getting a haircut before I leave, but I don't want to get my scalp burned or whatever because I go extra short on. I'm buzzed like skin on the sides, and the top has just about an inch and a half, 2 inches of hair, and I don't want to go to the beach and get sunburned. Why do you think all the surfer dudes they have the long hair, the surfer and skater kids? Because it's keep themselves from getting burned. Unless you live in a place that's always nice and cloudy, but out here, not so much. We still recording? Good. I'm making sure we don't want to cut anything off. Okay, I thought maybe I was missing something, but I'm not. Okay. Looks good. Now, there's a lot of medium to small pieces in this bag here. These lined paper with the scribbles on them. I like those tiles. Even got the world too. I see North and South America. And then we have, I'm not familiar with this, other parts. I know I can see Asia, I can see New Zealand and all those other ones, and South Korea and all those other ones on that little map. At least Lego tried their best. But my geography skills are very limited. Let's just say me and geography did not do very well. Trying to have me read a road map, but let alone do that. That's not good. I'll look at a road map thinking, okay, I can't figure this out. Where am I at again? It's because I'm used to interactive maps where it's just like, okay, you are here. Okay, well now I know where I'm at. Here's the map. I can face it north. And now I know where I'm going. Okay. As a matter of speaking of the globe, we've got to put that together now. Of course, they have the United States facing that way. I thought they would have had Europe. Too bad he couldn't get this to spin, would have been better. That sits right... Hold on, did I mess something? Oh, we didn't put the table together yet. My bad. Okay, well, we'll put the globe there. Like, I need more of these for making trees, so that's nice to see a couple of these in this set. Okay, and then we'll set that right there. Yeah. Pretty cool, huh? And in addition to that, no matter how much I sort all this out, put that on top of the other jumper plate. I think that looks good. I haven't finished this area up yet for some reason. Maybe we're just working on one section at a time. Oh no, we're working on it now, my bad. Jumping to conclusions there, I'm accusing somebody of something. Okay. This bag here's got a lot of stuff. Oh, so we got a lava lamp. And yeah. Let's see here. And then we need an ingot tile, which I can't find. We should get 2 of these earth green ingots. That the color combination goes together. That's what we've done so far. Okay. So I guess this is more to the bookshelf. And then after that, there's another dark red thing. Not that dark red. Not that dark red. Where? Oh, I see it. And then this goes here. And then we have the piece at the bottom. I guess we're going to fill it in down there. It looks like the textured side goes in here. So that's what you should have inside right there. That's not too bad. Okay, now we're going to continue on with, we're making ourselves a chair, or a seat, or the throne, depends on what you want to call it. And I want that seafood platter instead of a chicken. All right. Okay, that's not too bad. That's pearl, or that's warm gold. Now they call it warm gold instead of pearl gold. Okay, I'm missing one. There it is. Okay. And the seat just sits right on this turntable right here. And you notice with all this extra stuff in here, this is what I call clutter items. Clutter. That's what the name suggests, clutter. When I build stuff, I have a buddy of mine, he adds a lot of clutter to his builds. Clutter's good. Why? Because it looks lived in. Some guys, they build things, and that's up to them if they want to build it where there's nothing on, like on their city. The streets are clean. It just looks kind of abnormal. No, I want clutter in my builds. Clutter looks good. All right. Dark brown window frames. I may have to get a few of these. I have reddish brown, and I'm scared to use them. Afraid they're going to break. And we're adding some snow to this. Just imagine sitting just right there in that cold Arctic breeze just blows on you. And this goes here. I'll bring it up and show you here. Okay. Yeah, but so far I'm happy with this. I'm not bored with it. I'm not tired of it. It's a nice build. It's not, it doesn't feel like it's dragged out. Yes, there's a lot more smaller pieces in this one. I noticed I'm getting more of the 1x1s, but we're getting into detail-oriented build, which is cool. Okay, I'm looking for a tooth. Sometimes I'm like, okay, where am I at now? What am I doing? There we go. 1x1s though are hard to straighten out, but I'd rather have this individual bricks anyways. Like this, 1x8 nougat. That's getting to be a hard color to find. So when I set all this up, it'll be set up the way the book usually sets everything up. Okay, we had a, there it is. Let's say we had a piece with lined paper. Okay, right there. With the studs at the bottom. And, well, this is kind of clever. I'll have to show you here. We're going to build ourselves a candlestick holder. But a minifigure can actually grab onto this. I have never seen these star pieces in white before. So that's kind of a new piece to have. And then they shove the candle flame right in there like that. And it sits where the handle's hanging over like this. So this is meant to probably detach from the table. So that looks like a nice finished off piece of furniture. And they have this thing kind of crooked in there, so you can leave it crooked if you want. And then this sits right here. Now you notice these are just anchored on the studs. So you can probably take these off. How did that fit in there? Like that? Okay. Not too bad so far. And then we have the letter here sitting on the jumper plate. Let's see, it's pretty cluttered in here. Okay, that's not staying down very well. I'm just going to anchor that down inside the tube. There we go. We've been spending most of our time working in that little area. Yeah, and then now we're going to go back on the outside here. And it looks like we're building more cone stuff. Okay. With the icicles. And then we have a log piece out here. Maybe that's to keep the reindeer warm. We don't know yet. I have no clue what that does. Oops, I thought we were going to have a backside. And yes, my hands are covering this. I can't help it. I thought we were going to have a backside of this fireplace, but I noticed here it's not. So I guess you're supposed to pass the wood through. Okay. Just checking my work here. It's pretty warm in here right now, but when I get this done, I'm going to take a break, and I may stop for the day. I may continue on with more stuff. But this is a really good build. Really good build. Alright, that's done there. Well, there's two of them, two logs. Yeah, so if you are into the camping stuff, start saving those. Those will be good log pieces. It looks like split firewood anyways. We got those in nougat, I believe. So you can do all sorts of stuff with them. Okay, set that right on top of there. Then I'm assuming we're going to have to put a 1x3 or so, 2x3 in there. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing. Not a brick, but a plate. Slope and a profile brick. Not a fan of that dark gray in there. Now here's a part you need to be hoarding up, because I will be starting to use some of those in my own builds pretty soon. Yeah, I have to cover up the build, guys. The only person that can see the build perfectly as my hand. Even I can't see it most of the time. You see, like right now I can't see that, but I know where the part goes. I can always just point it to you and show you. Like, I'm trying to find better ways of doing these, but sometimes you just have to take what you get. I can't make them any better. So far, though, I'm happy. This is not depressing. I don't feel like I'm wasting my time. Really good build. I mean, it's probably going to get this done and do the thumbnail. I may start... Well, no, I got a bunch of other reviews I got to do before this one. So... yeah, unlucky me. This will be fun to edit when I get to that point. Okay, we got some medium nougat slopes. I could use those for making maybe a wood style roof, like a wood shake roof that long since have been banned out of here as they catch on fire real easily. Okay. So far, so good. We're surviving here. Well, I'm surviving. Okay. Okay, got to wiggle that in a bit there. All right. 5 of these little blue slopes. I was looking for these for a tent, a camping tent, in that color. Didn't have enough. I think I was short maybe 2 or 3 of them. Well, there's 5 in here, so I can always do another revision of a project I was working on. That little tent that I built a long time ago, yeah, that's that tent. Not sure what this is. We'll find out eventually what it does. I don't think it's a horse trough or a present of some sort. Okay, well, I don't know what is this? I mean, I could cheat and just look, but what is this? What does this do? It kind of looks like a divider. Maybe it's cubby holes for packages. I don't know. I have this randomly sitting here, unless this is supposed to be a light. Oh, wait a minute, but that's not that color. I can't get that out of there. It's supposed to be the solid yellow. What did I do? Put a trans yellow in there. Okay. Yeah. Alright, we need just a regular green. Well, before we do that, let's put this other piece in here first. Looks like these are all facing the same direction like that. Yeah, we're getting to that little piece realm again. But at least it's not redundant. We're not doing the same thing 20 times. It's hard to say what that is. I think it is some kind of male divider. Because that's what we're building, just a bunch of dividers. I believe it sits like that. Yeah, we build another one. It's a little different. Like that. And then we come in here. I mean, this is detail. This is a very detailed build because I would have just flat tiled it off and been done with it. Now they're using supports. Looks like something you'd see in an old-fashioned post office. And that's exactly what it goes. It goes right in here. Let's make sure I did it right. I'm going to hold it the way that the book shows it. All right, and this goes right here. Covers up that side of the bookshelf too. Okay. That's pretty cool. If you're building a post office and you wanted added that vintage charm to it, there you go. Now you notice sometimes I do this, or you can take the side of your brick separator and just do that too. Alright, this goes on the top. I mean, look at all the detail in this. You don't have to build big mocks and builds like I do. Because something as small as this has got detail. You know, I always hear people say, why do you build all the furniture stuff? Because stuff like this adds a lot of character to the build. And it looks like we didn't mess up because we have one of each piece here. And that concludes bag 4. And that's what we have remaining. Alright, we're going to wrap up this build installment with bag 5. Please let there be nothing but big pieces. I see glass for a 1x3x3 frame. I wonder how bad that's scratched. We're still at a 9.5. I hope that's not going to change. Well, let's take a look. Well, it's pitted. And if I see another one like that, I'm dropping it down to a 8.5. Well, I think we're safe there for right now. If I get it in pristine condition and next thing you know I grab it off the table wrong and scratch the living daylights out of it, that's my fault. Some have told me that Lego's been stepping up their game on that, but they should have started now. You heard me say, well, they could have stopped that at any time. Yeah, they could. Yeah, it's mostly medium to small pieces in this bag, maybe 1 or 2 big pieces. Okay, so now we are back to where we left off. And we're still working, we're working right here now. So I don't know how far we're going to get on this today. That piece scratched? Or is that just dust? That's dust. Jay, you inspect every piece? You betcha I do. This stuff's expensive. Who wants to have to spend more money than they have to? Okay, so this one goes here. Okay, there's a 1x3 version of this. You didn't have a 1x3 sand blue? You're going to make us suffer and make us piece it all together? You notice when we first start, oh, dark blue headlight bricks. Well, those are kind of cool to see. Okay, looks pretty good so far. Santa Claus is still chugging along. So I guess we're supposed to simulate there's beams running along the side of the building like columns. Ooh, a dark brown door frame. I don't think I have them in that color. Now, question. Jay, are you going to rip this thing apart when you're done? Yes, you betcha I will. I don't keep sets. I keep the parts. Why don't I rip this? Why do I rip it apart for the pieces? I'm seeing parts out and like, oh, I could use this piece for another creation. Okay, now we got to build a window. And this one's got the ice at the bottom. We'll need that. Yeah, there's a lot of pieces in. We got a cookie with sprinkles. We'll have to, when we get to that. I'm finding a bunch of window pieces now in here. I'm just hoping these are not scratched. Okay. You notice the one color I'm struggling to find is white, because I'm on a white table. Why don't I just change the color of it? Because I don't have that kind of money to invest in paint all the time. To keep painting it. Or I could just make one that I could flip around, but yeah, I could. There's a window right there. Okay. Now, we got the 3x3 windows are very new. They're still pretty new to me. And for the most part, they're cool to have. I wish Lego would make a 2x or a 1x4 a 1x4x2 window, but well, maybe one day we'll see that. But let me start pulling out the 1x1s. I keep grabbing those plates. Okay, and this goes here. So we got a nice little pile of snow in front of the windows. That's going to be really cool. It's going to look really cold and fun. Out here, you know what we see on our window sills? Is that scratched? Oh, those are just a bunch of numbers. What do we see on our window sills? Dust. So, I kid you not. The same as this one. No, this is oh no, this is a different one. This one just doesn't have an ice, or it just hasn't have snow hanging over. It's just this. All right. Some people can tell the tone of my voice too if I really enjoy a build or not, because I just talk about it, versus some sets where I'm like talking about other topics. Okay. And I need to build 2 of these, so I need to pull out 4. I can use these. Why? It's a nice part to have. If you're not into snot building, that's fine, but for me, I like to be, you know, I'd always like to have a little bit more character to build, so I always like those snot bricks. Okay, and this goes right in here. Okay, they use the round plates on the top. These, I guess, for added trim above the windows. Pretty cool. Looks like we're going to need 7 of them. Now I'm having a hard time trying to find parts, so I'm starting to pull out some of the stuff, mainly brown. I'll just pinch those together. Okay. Really good. Looks really good. I like that too. And now we got to build a header above the... Somebody asked me also about, do your fingers ever get tired? Yeah, sometimes they're also getting calluses too. And I know there's some of my buddies that their hands are still virgin. They do not have any type of cuts or calluses. And they see mine going, what are you doing? I said, oh. I said, I work with my hands a lot. Not only did I just do the Lego stuff, but I also do computers. And no, I don't just push buttons. I also have to fix them too. That's a 1x9 brick with plate. There we go. That'll strengthen all that up there. I like the nice winter colors on this. Okay, let's see here. Now we're going to start strengthening up the top here. Obviously, we're going to be putting the door in. And now we're focusing here. I guess that's as far as we can work over there. Yeah, I'm really pleased with this one, guys and gals. I know I keep saying it, but this is a change from the stuff that I have been building. This is more of my type of build. I have not yet to ever get a modular from the Ambassador Network. It'd be kind of cool to do my full analysis on those. I know some people have asked me about doing modulars. I'm like, well, if they send them to me, I'll do them. Lego doesn't send them to me. I'm not going to toss the time into it. If it's something I'm just not interested in, I'm not going to do it. I'm sorry, but I want to build my own stuff, If it's tossed my way, I'll do it. Some have asked me about the Bricklink builds. Don't I ever get Bricklink sets? I'm in their program, but I've yet to ever get contacted to do Bricklink. And I can't even tell you. It's like somebody asked me about a set. I'm like, oh, they never sent that to me. Oh, the other ambassadors do, but I like yours because you really go into depth on things and you just talk about the build. I said, well, if they send it to me, I'll gladly do it. I said, but if they don't, I can't do anything about that. So, and no, I'm not going to spend $100 or so or $200 on something, and I just don't have that. I want to use that kind of money for the parts. All right, let's first start with the plates on top of one another. At least they're different colors, so we'll know. And then we have a column brick. Sometimes you see me do this because I want to make sure that they're and sometimes my hands will stick to the parts. Reason why is it is a little humid, so that's why you see sometimes parts are sticking. All right, we're not done with this step yet. Okay. So, what are we at? Step 70 in this book. Okay. Not too bad. Now we can move on to step 71. We need to stack 3 of these. Oh, Lego, you don't have a 1x1x3 column in this color? Hey, I'm not going to complain because I can always use extra 1x1s in this color. Sometimes I'm running out of 1x1s when I'm building things. That still did not want to line up right. But of course, we're going to have this guy here. So you can just take this right here and just kind of mush this down and strengthen those both up and make them both line up there. And yeah, I really want to get into that restaurant build. But Lego's sending me sets. But it doesn't stop me because right now I got to order some parts for the restaurant. Because there's certain pieces that I don't have, and there's certain that I have, not a lot of. I may have to hit Bricklink up for some parts. So I'll check Bricklink because a lot of the stores, they want you to order a minimum of like maybe $10 or so. And then there's the shipping charge that I have to deal with. I remember I had one guy ask me if I'd buy from his Bricklink store. It's like, sure. They had about $35, $40, and he said he was going to offer free shipping. I said, well, I have him. He goes, oh, no, that free shipping's for small orders. Yours is going to be like $8 or $9. I said, okay, thank you. And then I canceled my, didn't cancel. I just let it time out. I didn't even bother placing the order. And he asked me later on, I said, dude, I thought I was going to get the free shipping. I said, when the shipping's going to be about $10, I said, oh, I don't want to pay that. He wasn't too happy with me, but that was fine. Like, if you're going to offer free shipping, if you usually offer free shipping, it would be on bulk orders. In other words, whatever you can fit inside of a small bubble mailer, I guess, was free. I mean, that's how he ran his store. That's fine, you know. I mean, I had $35, $40 in my cart. Shouldn't have waited. Even so, it shouldn't have cost no more than $2 or $3 to ship it at that time. We're talking about a good 10, 12 years ago. So, hey, it didn't bother me. I just went through Lego and got the same parts. I think there was 1 or 2 pieces that I didn't have that they stopped making. So I got to put the window right here. I just bought my own stuff. All right. Sorry, we really can't see. This thing is long. I guess I can do that. It's still kind of flimsy, though. Nothing's fallen off of it yet, knock on wood. But I thought, dude, you pulled a fast one on me because I was going to buy something from your store. And, oh, no, you got to pay more money, Jay. You got to pay. Remember when I told him that, he goes, oh, no. No, it's going to be more for you because you're ordering in bulk. All right, now we got to flip it back around. We still got this big old thing that I've been tripping over. That's one thing bad about Bricklink, though. Some sellers they're not too friendly with the shipping. They'll get pretty brutal on it. And it's like having a full cart of items. It doesn't go there. Why am I putting it over there? Okay, I was like, okay, what are we doing there? Okay, we got one of these boxes. I like the boxes. Some of them have that gift print work on them too. Looks like a gift or a package. Yes, it's supposed to be on crooked, and it sits right in this corner here. You may want to slide that tile to make it fit, but there you go. And yeah, not too bad. I'm starting to get a little tired. Not tired of the build, I'm just getting a little hungry right now, and I'm not going to just stop right in the middle of a building session to do that. Got a bag there. Let's put the bag right here. But yeah, for what this is, it's a nice colorful build. Now if you're having a hard time putting those in there, take the edge of your brick separator and just push it down like this. Just tap that in there. Alright, we got another one of these tan packages that I can't find. Okay, we'll set that right on the top there. See, I can't get that on there. What do? Just set it on top, use my brick separator, and just push that down. Nothing to it. Okay. Got this. Yeah, but sometimes I do get tired of building with Lego. I need a break from the hobby. Sometimes, how do I stay consistent? Some people don't get I film tutorials in advance. Sometimes I'll get in that mood where I'm building, like just doing tons of tutorials. Some people are like, oh, I don't like these older videos. They're not old videos, I just haven't released them publicly. And somebody wants a tutorial fresh and new, they would never know. I can just store it off I can store it offline and upload it that night. I should try doing that, see if that helps my numbers. Okay, that goes right there. Pretty cool. You know what I could do right now? I could turn on this light. It may help us a little bit here. There we go. With electric being so expensive now, I just unplug stuff when I'm not needing it. Yeah, that's a lot better, huh? So I should have this done in a day or two. Because I think I get done with this, I'm going to stop for the day and work on the other reviews. I can't just keep filming because this camera's filling up fast. I need to get stuff edited, and yeah, it just needs to be done. It's all on the computer, but I keep a copy on the camera. When I'm done, I clean it off. Okay, what is this goofy thing? What does this do? Is that the coffee machine? Is that the stone dispenser? I'm making sure I did it right. Because it's just sitting right here. Like that. It could be. Could be a coffee or hot chocolate machine. We don't know what that is. We don't know. See, a lot of people don't like furniture builds too much, but it's clutter. I even one time, one of my viewers was getting frustrated with all the reviews that I was doing like that. I said, would you rather have me build you a ton of houses without furniture? Oh no, I like to have the accessories. And yeah, so be it. Just be glad I'm adding accessories to the builds. And this goes right here. I don't think that's some kind of a lounge chair or something. So I think looks like a drafting board. I need 2 gold studs and a flat tile. Well, this is obviously not, this is a little bench, but it's not really scaled for figures because there's no studs, or at least a stud on the top. So I'm having a hard time even getting that in there. There we go. And that sits right there. Okay. Just about done. And I can go get some food. I got a lot of still got a lot of parts left to do here. These can be crooked. Why? Because this is going in here, and I can just use this and smush it down like that. And it looks like this goes right there. Yeah, like that. See how these are crooked, so I'm trying to use this brick here to sandwich these together. Sometimes it can be a bit of a chore to line all that up. That's why I kind of just don't like stacking one by ones like that together. I can see why we're doing it, but it can be a bit of a chore to line up all the corners. But the instructions are easy to follow for an 18+ set. This would be just a nice post office in general. It doesn't go there. Now it goes there. Rushing through it a little bit. And this goes right above here. This must be our header right here. So it's a little pass through. Okay. Okay, and this goes here. Okay. And now this goes here and here. Now we're starting above these windows here now. Okay, that lines up with that. And just down here out of the blue, we're doing some random thing. Oh, I needed that part in that color. Well, here it is. Here it is, but it's like a few months later after I filmed one of my tutorials. Well, it doesn't matter. I had an alternative color for it, but still. So far, it seems okay. It seems a bit flimsy right now, but we're not done with it yet. Build experience, I'd say, is pretty good. Build quality seems average for this. And this goes right here. These stupid mosquitoes trying to suck the life out of me. How dare them do that while I'm trying to film. I think that plate goes on here because this is all flimsy. Alright. Does it come next? There's not a whole lot of parts left on the workbench. And indeed it does go up here. Okay, starts right here. Well, I would have just locked all these joints together. Now you're going to have to wiggle and jiggle all this together. So just squeeze underneath and pinch things. And then this goes here. We should have put that in there when we had the chance. I think Lego forgot it. And that's it for this bag, for bag 5. Summation of thoughts. I'm pretty pleased with the build. It's very easy to construct. The building guide's easy to follow. It's been keeping my interest. And that's what we're going to be doing starting in the next installment. And I'm happy with the build so far. Right now we're at a loose 9.5 just because we found a scuff on one of these pieces, a bit pitted. Other than that though, I'm still pleased with the build. It's going to look like this eventually. We're not there yet. But that's what we've done so far. And I'm happy. It's a really nice, fun build. As far as for collaborative build, it seems like only one person can build this, so it's not balanced. One person builds accessories, and one person builds the post office. Maybe the balloon could be separate, we don't know. But I'm looking at individual chunks. But for the most part, it's nice. And we can start setting everything up here a little bit. Because now I gotta prepare for the thumbnail of things. Yeah, but if you get this set, you're not going to be disappointed with it. It's really nice. It's got accessories. A lot of loose stuff, unfortunately, though. And I may have to rearrange the stuff, but we have a lot of stuff floating around here. I wish it was fixed. Of course, you could just go buy some white base plates and attach it to there if you desire. But for the most part, it is what it is. Not too bad so far, but tell me what you think.